This is the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO and now 92.3 FM. Visit them online at movingindiana.com. This hour will bring you the latest news and home trends in Fort Wayne and all of Indiana. Now, here's Tony and Sam.
Man, I love that intro music. This is the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO 92.3 FM. I'm Tony Didier. Along with me is Sam Hartman.
Hey, good morning. Sam Hartman, Director of Career Development with Coldwell banker Roth, Wehrly, Great to be with you guys again this Sunday morning.
That's right, and I'm Tony Didier, Vice President of Marketing of Coldwell banker Roth, Wehrly, where we help make your home look beautiful so that it sells quickly with all of our cutting-edge marketing. You can talk to any of our realtors about selling your home, find out what price your home may be worth right now. Just go to movingindiana.com, click Contact Us in the top right. We also have any home for sale for you home buyers out there, so you can see any home for sale in the area on the site, not only in Allen County, but also Angola area, Warsaw, Elkhart, South Bend, even southern Michigan. So any home for sale, look for a lake home, anything you want on movingindiana.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at movingindiana or facebook.com/movingindiana. Feel free to shoot us a message and give us some ideas of what to talk about on our Moving Indiana Real Estate Show, because we do it for you and we want to talk to you about the real estate market and how it's going right now. And we like to have special guests on the show, and this week we have three exciting guests. We have Kevin Hunter from Windows, Doors, and More joining us to talk about those nice walk-in tile showers. We also have Tina Bennett, Vice President of Hallmark Home Mortgage. We're going to ask her some questions about saving up for a down payment for those of you thinking about buying a home. And we're also going to have Kristen Guthrie from the Fort Wayne Visitors Center to talk a little bit about the development of the fort. So that's exciting. And you know what else is exciting, Sam, is that football season's starting.
Yeah, don't forget about the Andrew Luck interview that we'll be having later, pre-game interview to their first preseason game.
I don't think we're going to actually have him on the show, unfortunately.
Oh, did he?
He's a little busy.
He canceled.
He canceled last minute.
Dang it.
But we will tackle some real estate topics for you today.
Got a touchdown of a show coming at you today,
That's
guys.
right. And the first topic we're going to talk about is some affordable features for your home. If you got the champagne taste and the beer budget, here's some tips for how to, make your home, what you want. The home you have now, you've already made memories there. Hopefully it's still suited perfectly for you. If you need to grow or downsize, feel free to call us at Coldwell banker Roth, Wehrly, at 260-255-5501. But let's talk about that home now and how you can really make it your own. And one affordable way to upgrade your home, add a little luxury, a little sizzle, is some automation.
Absolutely, and it can come at quite an affordable price, more than what people might expect. Automation with automatic lights installed in the house. Automatic. The clapper's been around for a long time. It's affordable. It's quick and easy. You don't even have to get up out of bed to get that light switch off.
And it's funny to play jokes on people. If they're trying to sleep, you just walk by the room, give a quick clap, light pops on.
I don't know what wakes them up quicker, the clap or the light. But
good point.
Not necessarily talking about the clapper here today, but install automatic lights on the exterior home that can turn on automatically with the sun going down and the different times of day and respond that way. Also, thermostats is a big thing that you can control. I mean, when you're living in your home, you have a typical lifestyle of your home where maybe you're out of the house during the work hours. You can program the home to automatically adjust during those times, saving you energy costs, saving you whether electric or gas costs, saving you in that way. And those types of things can come at a cost $200, even less, for thermostats installed like that. So that's quite an affordable cost that you eventually pays back itself over the life of the home.
And that doesn't seem so exciting. A new thermostat doesn't seem like a luxury, but what's more luxurious than being comfortable in your own home? And you can even show people on your smartphone apps how you can control your house. You'll feel a little bit like James Bond. So that's something to think about.
And these thermostats look pretty cool on the wall. I mean, you're not just looking at
LED
a little
displays.
Yeah, I mean, just very, very
it's
cool,
like a
very
small
sleek.
TV.
Exactly. You could just sit down and watch that preseason Colts football game on it.
Exactly. But let's take a step away from technology right now and talk a little bit about nature. Because, a lot of landscaping projects are very affordable. It just takes a little time and effort, but a lot of times it can be fun, especially doing it with a spouse or kids or friends.
Square footage is always a really important thing to buyers, and something that goes a little less noticed is the acreage of a home or the size of a yard, but that could really add to the square footage, the living space of a home, by creating outdoor living space, by creating garden space, really making
an extension of the home.
Exactly, making that an extension of the home. Making your own park in your own backyard. So that can really go a long way for creating that custom feel, creating that $1 million house feel, just by making that extra space look livable and really exquisite back there. And
you wouldn't believe how much it makes a difference when you pull up to a house and it has nice landscaping, as opposed to if it had bad landscaping, overgrown trees or bushes. So definitely keep that in mind for a resale perspective as well. Sam, I know your landscaping is always top notch. And I know
those bushes are crisp.
That's right. And if your home is actually up for sale, one thing you want to keep in mind is not just mowing those straight lines, but the diagonal lines.
That's true. My house is currently for sale, and I did a little research to see what buyers preferred was either straight on or horizontal or diagonal mow lines, and it's actually there's actually been studies done that they would prefer the diagonal mow lines. So
and that's no extra money. So that
doesn't cost you anything at all. You're just out there maybe a couple extra minutes. You got to turn the mower a couple more times, but it's definitely worthwhile.
Adds another dimension to your property from the front. What also can add some dimensions affordably outside is hanging some plants. You could do some of those vegetable beds in your backyard instead of, landscaping can get expensive if you put in a bunch of bushes and stones, but gardens are pretty inexpensive. And it's fun to go out there and pick your own food and things like that. Also, window boxes, for flowers, maybe even a bird bath. Depends on your taste. So those are some tips for the outdoors. What are some tips for the indoors, Sam?
Again, even if your home is a starter home, a lower priced home for the neighborhood, there's a lot of ways you can customize on the interior. Things like changing the moldings, changing the light fixtures, upgrading faucets, doorknobs, hardware on cabinetry and things like that in the different places. There's so much customization that you can do, and when you really start looking at what the cost is to do those types of things, it's not extremely high to really customize it to your likes and your needs. Your goal is you're probably going to be in that house for a while, so it's definitely worth the investment to make it something that you're comfortable with, to customize to your taste and your likes, because you're going to get the use out of that and you're going to get the enjoyment out of it over the life of the home.
Exactly. And Sam made a great point about the cost, and you don't want to overbuild for your neighborhood or have too many luxury items in a neighborhood where you won't get the cost back when you sell. But he also made a good point when he said you're going to live there and you need to enjoy it. So definitely think about what's going to make your enjoyment of the home greater. Speaking of the handles and things, my mom just replaced her kitchen cabinet handles. Hi, Mom. For under $100, and it turned some outdated looking cupboards into modern looking cupboards just by the handles, because wood is always going to be in style.
And let's face it, $100 into some hardware for cabinet handles, that might not go onto your bottom line when you go back to sell your house. You're not going to get $100 out of that.
You might.
Well, you might. But what it's going to do is it's going to help that house sell quicker. It's going to help you unload that house when you're ready to unload it, because you're keeping it updated, you're keeping it modern and fresh, and you're keeping it in a style that fits, your needs, but also, is going to fit the taste of prospective buyers as well. So maybe you're not getting all your money out of that, but it's definitely going to help, in future tenses as well.
And the new light fixtures you mentioned can add a real dramatic look to what was, a boring or bland room. So, keep in mind these little touches that are really inexpensive and are definitely going to make your home look more modern, or customize it more to your personal taste. Also, back to the energy aspect of it, a lot of people think solar power is just outrageously expensive, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it's actually affordable, and it's something you could look into if you want to, cut your energy bills and, just use some of the Earth's natural energy and make your home more of a green home, which is in style right now.
Another thing that's always kind of been viewed as a luxury item is built-ins, but it really can be a great use of space, whether it's built-in desks for an office, built-in cabinets, bookshelves, things like that. That's something that's pretty simple, pretty manageable, and easy to do at a pretty low cost, and make the use of the space that's available in your home.
Yeah, you always hear people talk about how expensive built-ins are, but really they're referring to when you build your home with the builders and the costs they have associated with the labor and materials. But if you do it yourself, a little DIY project, even if you're not that handy, you can still do little things, even if it's just a compartment or cabinet for your garbage that's built in or something in your kitchen. Something as simple as that can really add to the value of your home. And if you are worried about making a permanent change to a room, maybe the next person doesn't want the room for that need. There's actually some stuff you can buy that's, freestanding that you can just put in the room that looks like a built-in. I mean, I know IKEA has a lot of good storage solutions for, inexpensive prices. So that's something to think about. And, when you go to sell, having your home look decluttered and have more space is very important, and it makes your home feel cleaner when you walk in it as well. So getting some nice storage solutions, some built-ins for that is something you can't overlook. Also, along the same lines, some dedicated spaces, some lockers in your mudroom, something to think about. You can buy those, pre-made too at the local hardware store, and they're looked at as a huge luxury item right now. And those are very affordable. Just increases your entertainment and enjoyment of the home. And not just in the mudroom for storage, but also the kitchen. Some of those hanging, pots and pan racks, those look like great luxury items, and also gives you more, cupboard space for sure by taking all the pots and pans out of there. You can put them over an island or over your range, which is a great space saver and affordably makes your kitchen look more luxurious. And another tip, just to save space in your kitchen affordably, is if you currently just have a vent over your range, switching to the microwave vent over the range is going to save you some counter space by moving your microwave off the counter. I did that in my kitchen and have way more room to prep dinner. For all these luxuries for cheap, that's great, but you also got to think about the big luxuries, the big expenses like down payments, for example, on homes.
Yeah.
And joining us on the phone right now, we have Vice President of Hallmark Home Mortgage, Tina Bennett. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Tina, what goes into preparing a down payment for home buyers?
It's a great question because a lot of times I think people are under the misconception that they have to have a greater down payment than what is really required. Years ago, you had to have a 20% down payment in order to purchase a home, and over the years, a lot of additional programs have come out that have made it easier for home buyers to purchase a home when they don't have those kinds of assets available. So depending on the program, some programs allow no money down, especially if you're a veteran, but other programs allow as little as 3% down. Most programs, if you don't have at least 20% down, there are some mortgage insurance requirements, but as far as actual down payment, you can a lot of times get into a home with a lot less money down.
How do you know if there's any programs available to you?
The best thing to do would be to really talk to your lender, and they'll ask a litany of questions that will help them give you some guidance as to what would be the best program. But like I said, if you are a veteran, you may qualify for a VA loan, which does not require any down payment at all. Another program that would be a lower down payment would be an FHA loan. That requires 3.5% down. And then, of course, there are a lot of conventional programs that you could even go with as little as 3% down.
What are some of the acceptable ways to come up with a down payment?
Obviously, the easiest way would be if they do have their own funds available, in a checking or savings account. That would be the easiest and most common way. But there are several other options that people may not be aware of. You can actually take out a secured loan. So if you have maybe a car or a boat or some sort of an asset that you own free and clear, you are allowed to borrow against that. So that would be a way that you could come up with down payment. Many 401k programs allow for withdrawals to purchase a home. You could use a tax refund that you get at the beginning of the year after you filed your federal tax returns. That would be allowable for a down payment, and it's actually very common in the spring. And some programs allow for you to get gift funds. So if you have a family member, a parent or sibling or a grandparent that's willing to give you the money, that's also allowable for many programs.
How about some of the ways that you're not allowed to come up with the funds for a down payment?
And that's a great question, too. What isn't allowed is you're not allowed to borrow your down payment, so in an unsecured fashion. So you couldn't, like, for instance, you're not allowed to take your Visa or MasterCard and go and get a cash advance against that. That would not be allowable. So the only time that you could borrow the funds would be is if it was against a secured asset.
Tina, how can someone reach you at Hallmark Home Mortgage?
They can reach me at my office at 260-469-0900, or they can reach out to me on the internet, www.hallmarkhomemortgage.com. It's very interactive, and there are lots of prompts on there about different questions, frequently asked questions that borrowers would have, and there's a litany of information out there. It's www.hallmarkhomemortgage.com.
Great. Thank you. Vice President of Hallmark Home Mortgage, Tina Bennett. Have a great rest of the weekend, Tina.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
And we will have a great rest of the show. Stay with us for the open houses later today that you can go check out. Just, halftime of the Colts game, maybe. And we have Kristen Guthrie joining us after the break from the Fort Wayne Visitors Center, so you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. And later we're going to have Kevin Hunter from Windows, Doors, and More. You're listening to the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO, 92.3 FM, with Tony Didier and Sam Hartman from Coldwell Banker Roth Wehrly Graber. We're the #1 real estate company in northern Indiana, and movingindiana.com is a fantastic resource for you, whether you're on your computer, tablet, or smartphone, to search for any home available in the area. And none of the homes that aren't available in the area, you will not find your home on there if it's not for sale, unlike some sites, Zillow and Trulia. So really reliable way to search for homes, movingindiana.com, and you can even search for the homes closest to you on your smartphone just by clicking search near me, and you can also do the same with the open houses as well today. So stick around. This is the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show.
You're listening to the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show with Tony and Sam. Visit them online at movingindiana.com. You're listening to the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show with Tony and Sam on News Talk 1190 WOWO and now 92.3 FM.
We're back on the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO and 92.3 FM. Tony Didier alongside me is Sam Hartman from Coldwell Banker Roth Wehrly Graber Real Estate, the #1 real estate company in northern Indiana. Not only do we have 3 offices in Fort Wayne, but we also have offices in Huntington, Columbia City, Warsaw, Angola, even Elkhart and South Bend, and up into Michigan. So if you can hear us right now and you're in Indiana, we'd love to help you sell your home or buy your next home. Just visit us at movingindiana.com. And speaking of moving and being in the Fort Wayne area, right now we have a guest joining us on the phone, Kristen Guthrie, Director of Marketing at the Fort Wayne Visitors Center. How you doing, Kristen?
Great. How are you?
Doing great.
So, Kristen, tell us a little bit about the Fort Wayne Visitors Center and what you guys try to accomplish with Visit Fort Wayne.
Absolutely. Our goal is to bring visitors and kind of that temporary spending to Fort Wayne. People who come here, spend their money, great economic development, and then head home. So that is a lot of conventions. We work to bring big groups to the Grand Wayne Center, the Coliseum, our great hotels, facilities. It's also sports tournaments. Of course, we have great youth sports facilities in Fort Wayne, like Spies Fieldhouse or Canlan Ice Sports. Some of these really cool generators for youth tournaments and sports activities. And then it's also bringing leisure visitors here, so bringing families who are looking for kind of the weekend getaway, and we want them to consider coming to Fort Wayne and going to the zoo and to a Tin Caps game and spending a little family getaway time here. So all of these visitors are really important for our economy. They spend about $460 million a year in Fort Wayne.
Wow.
So it's big business, and so we work to bring people here and then help them find things to do, and it's really a fun job.
Are most of these visitors just from the surrounding areas of Fort Wayne, or do we get some visitors from further out?
It's a good question. The leisure family travel, we really target the people from about 50 to 200 miles away. So people who are just kind of looking for an easy weekend getaway. Just like here in Fort Wayne, we think, what can we do this weekend? We could go to Indy, we could go to Chicago. Well, we want to be on that consideration list for people in Toledo and South Bend. And so we really market people probably up to 200 miles from here. But for conventions, we have a much wider audience. This year, Fort Wayne is going to be hosting 20 national conventions. So we're bringing people from all over the country. We do lots of state conventions. Of course, you probably heard the Republican Party is going to be holding their annual convention here next year. So a lot of big statewide and region-wides. So it kind of depends, based on the market there. But lots of people from the region are really discovering the great assets we have here and great reasons to meet here and visit here.
That's awesome. And obviously tourism and also home ownership with people moving to Fort Wayne and everything, all these things kind of go together by the attractiveness of our city and the
Absolutely.
economics of our city. How have you noticed with the development of downtown, with the new Tin Cap Stadium within the last couple of years, all these new sport facilities that are going up around, how's that affected your job and the overall kind of accomplishment of your guys' goal that you guys are accomplishing?
You're right. It's very connected. I mean, the things that people love about living in a town are things that visitors enjoy. And Parkview Field is a great example of that. We residents love Parkview Field. It's such a great part of downtown now. Well, it's also a great reason people want to meet downtown. A lot of conventions that hold their meetings at the Grand Wayne Center are doing evening activities over at Parkview Field or are getting, tickets for their attendees. It's a really nice addition to the package that we sell. And so definitely, we always look around. Anything that residents love about Fort Wayne, like our trail system, is something that visitors will love too. And so we encourage them, bring your bikes when you come, because we know this is a great trail system, so you'll love it as a visitor. So it's very connected, and it's a great synergy, I think, between, the great things that residents love and the things we can, share with our visitors.
Exactly. And aren't they planning on expanding the trails even further?
Yes, and that that's just amazing. It's just going to continue to, strengthen our reputation as a destination for bikes, recreation. It's great.
And have you noticed that Parkview Field has brought more businesses downtown?
Absolutely. Our visitor center is located downtown, and our traffic has greatly increased. And I think it's just a lot more residents and people downtown, and then more restaurants want to open and more activities, and it's wonderful. And we love to promote that for sure.
What are your some of your favorite activities in Fort Wayne? Maybe some that people don't think about every weekend as an option for some entertainment.
Ooh, that's a good question. I love my job because I always find out about so many great, unique festivals going on in Fort Wayne. I think I love that. Every weekend you can find something. This weekend's the Pickle Festival. It's really fun, I think, those special events. I work downtown, so I'm loving the food trucks. We're seeing more and more during the week for lunch. Head over to One Summit Square. Even today for lunch on the square, it's going to be packed with food trucks and local farmers market vendors. I think that's a new thing that I'm really enjoying.
Excellent.
And I think even this weekend they had the Beer and Wine Festival. Didn't they have that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. We run a really extensive calendar of events at visitfortwayne.com, and it's a great resource even for residents just to see what's going on. But if you look at that calendar, there isn't a day that doesn't have several activities on it. It's really kind of exciting to see them all together and realize there's so much going on.
Yeah, we're looking at the calendar now. It looks like a great resource. I've also noticed you guys have some pretty great HD videos of Fort Wayne that I didn't know existed. I think some people would like to see. Do you want to talk about those a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. They are a new series, a Tour Fort Wayne video series, and there's some more going up next week, too. We just try to capture on film all the things visitors might enjoy. So when they're considering coming here and they say, what's Science Central? We want to show them a taste of what that is or what they can discover here. So yeah, you can check those out on our website at visitfortwayne.com. You can share them with people. There's also our commercial that runs all throughout the region, our TV commercial. You don't see it here in Fort Wayne because we only advertise outside of the city, and so you can kind of see that, send it to your friends, and share your hometown with them. It's kind of cool.
So you say you advertise mostly out of Fort Wayne, but for people that are in Fort Wayne and want to take advantage of all those fun touristy and festivals and things like that, why don't you tell them a little bit about what else they can find other than just your calendar and some videos on your website? What else can they find there?
Absolutely. It really is a great resource for residents, too. Visit fortwayne.com. You can find lists of, new restaurants and things going on. The calendar of events that we mentioned is definitely the most visited page by locals. And then there's also deals pages where you can find Fort Wayne coupons. You can find getaway contests that we're running, win tickets to things. There's lots of cool stuff on there that I know residents really enjoy, but it might be an underused resource. So we really encourage you to check it out. And our Facebook page, too, we post a lot of these fun things, and residents can interact on there, and they can share some of their favorite things at Facebook/Visit Fort Wayne. So we really encourage you to check that out and get involved. The Visitor Center downtown is another cool resource. Next time you're downtown, you should stop in. We're at the corner of Harrison and Washington. And lots of great souvenirs, but also racks and racks of brochures. And, every time I walk through there, I find a new thing I did not know about going on in Fort Wayne. And we have racks of brochures from places all over the state. So if you're planning a getaway and you're looking for somewhere to go, we can suggest other places in Indiana for you to visit too. So
That's
it's a great community resource.
Yeah, I've definitely seen your office down there. Great visible location.
Yeah.
Now, I'm always up for a good coupon. Now, is it still considered unkosher to use a coupon on a date, Kristen?
Well, I don't know. No, I say go for it. Go for it.
I think Sam's looking for the best date spots in Fort Wayne. What would you recommend?
Ooh, date spots. That's fun. Let's see. Well, you can't beat Fort Wayne restaurants. I just brought a group of travel writers to Fort Wayne to show them around, and boy, we ate like kings and queens that whole weekend. I mean, just wonderful, from little gems like the Oyster Bar to Coney Island. I mean, and everything in between. You can't beat. I think Fort Wayne has such great restaurants.
And you can tell the people of Fort Wayne love the restaurants because they're always crowded. You better make a reservation,
sure.
Fort Wayne.
Yesterday we asked on Facebook what people's favorite barbecue in Fort Wayne was, and we might have an all-out war brewing there, because people are just passionate.
So, Kristen, you have a Facebook page as well. Do you want to tell people how to get to that?
It's facebook.com/FortWayneIN, or you can just search Visit Fort Wayne. Either way, and it's a great way to get involved kind of in the dialogue and, really share some of the things you love with Fort Wayne, about Fort Wayne with our visitors. It's great.
Excellent. And have you noticed the population of Fort Wayne growing, or more businesses moving to Fort Wayne, or people moving to Fort Wayne, to work for some of the large companies in town?
Yeah. I don't have statistics on that because we're not as involved with businesses relocating, but I do know that the things we've discussed, like the development downtown, like, the great events at the Grand Wayne, these things are all contributing, I think, to a synergy that is really beginning to really get residents excited and get new businesses more interested. I think it really is all connected, all working together to grow and improve Fort Wayne, and I think it's a very exciting time.
Well, I know I love living in Fort Wayne, and I don't think anyone can really get away with saying that there's nothing to do in Fort Wayne. That's for sure. So
that is for sure.
They definitely need to get to Visit Fort Wayne and check out all the activities, the coupons, the restaurants, and everything that's available that you guys have for information-wise for them.
Yeah, and let me tell you about another opportunity for people. On Sunday, September 8th, we do a program called Be a Tourist in Your Own Hometown, where people can get free admission to 12 museums and attractions. And on that day, you get to go to Science Central, the Museum of Art, even cool architectural places like the courthouse or the embassy for free. And it's a great opportunity to pretend like you're on a vacation and be a tourist here in your own hometown. So you can do that for free. You can find the information on our website at visitfortwayne.com, but really encourage you to do that. It's a really fun day.
Wow, that's very exciting. And not only that, but, get your friends from surrounding areas, your college buddies who you don't see very much anymore. Bring them to town during that time and take them to see all Fort Wayne has to offer. Could be a lot of fun.
Exactly. That'd be great.
That's a great date idea.
Yeah, there you go. Talk about a good deal and a fun date.
It's all about the deal. Kristen, thank you so much for joining us. How can people get in touch with Visit Fort Wayne or find more information?
Absolutely. Come on downtown to the Visitor Center at Harrison and Washington. Visit us online at visitfortwayne.com or call us. We have Visitor Center staff just totally ready and willing to give you date ideas, to answer your questions about are coupons kosher or not, anything you want to ask. You can call them at 424-3700, and they're awesome. They have the insider information for sure.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kristen. Kristen Guthrie, Director of Marketing at the Fort Wayne Visitors Center. You can visit them at visitfortwayne.com. Thanks, Kristen. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
This is the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO and 92.3 FM. Tony Didier along with Sam Hartman from Coldwell Banker Roth Wehrly Graber. Be sure to visit us at movingindiana.com where you can find any home for sale. You can also click the open house button and find all the open houses for later this afternoon. Make sure you go check out some open houses, and we're going to go over some of them in a little bit here. But coming up after the break, we have Kevin Hunter, president of Windows, Doors, and More. Always a great interview, and he's going to be talking about those new fancy showers with multiple shower heads and the walk-ins, so you're going to want to stick around for that.
You're listening to the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO and now 92.3 FM. This is the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO and now 92.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on 1190 WOWO and 92.3 FM. Tony Didier alongside me is Sam Hartman, and joining us now is Kevin Hunter, president of Windows, Doors, and More. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Now, Kevin, nothing wows me more than a nice bathroom. What are some of those things you can do to a master bathroom to really make it stand out?
Well, probably the number one trend is getting rid of the bathtub in the master bedroom or bathroom, rather, to basically getting the garden tub out of there and actually adding in either a walk-in shower with ceramic tile, typically even heated ceramic tile, and for the floor, and then also a lot of glass as well being added in those areas to make it just really its own showcase, if you will. That's the number one we're seeing right now.
Now, you only have so much room if you're working on a master bathroom. How do you accommodate for those changes?
Well, that's where the help of one of our 5 designers comes into play. Is we can help figure out that space. We can look to transition perhaps into another space that you may not realize that you can even take from. The other thing might be basically moving things around in the master bathroom, and a lot of that's going on as well. Perhaps creating some separate spaces, if you will, from the stool area over to the sink area, and also the walk-in showers as well. So there's a lot that we can help with. We just have to be able to get into the home and actually look at the space and help you present ideas of how to get that accomplished.
If you're making additions and adding extra water streams, do you need to upgrade your water tank?
Actually, you don't have to. You don't have to add additional hot water heater space. You won't need to do that. But what we're seeing is a lot of body jets being used today, and that are adjustable for his and her use. And again, that is it seems to resonate with a lot of homeowners today. Again, kind of trying to bring the spa to home, if you will, and creating that space that makes them feel very good about being at home. Kevin,
I don't remember seeing these walk-in showers growing up.
I don't either. I mean, this has all really been in the last 7 to 10 years that they've started coming into play, and over in Europe, they're much further advanced in this particular area of walk-in showers and so forth, and again, it's a trend that I think is definitely here to stay. Again, we don't recommend taking a bathtub out of all bathtubs out of the home completely, because it still is a necessity, at least in one particular restroom, bathroom combination, so that for small children, for bathing and so forth, that's still there for the resale of the home.
And sometimes you're getting up in age and it's not easy to get in and out of the shower like it used to. Could this help make it easier?
Oh, they're definitely for those who are aging in place, and also those that need grab bars and need some extra help. Absolutely, we're seeing a lot of this being done. And again, it's about staying in the home as long as possible, and being and you're still maintaining your independence of living. And again, we're seeing a lot of that as well.
How can someone see one of these in person to get a better idea of what they look like?
Well, you can certainly come out to our neighborhood showcase. We do have displays available to look at. The other thing we highly recommend, if you see something in a magazine, a lot of that today, something that catches your eye, cut it out, hang on to it, show it to one of our designers, and we can help see if we can bring that to fruition for a homeowner if that's the way they want it to go. Give us a shout at 422-7077. Again, we're open Monday through Saturday. Stop out and see us at our neighborhood showcase at 1121 West Washington Center Road. We're right next door to Don Hall's Guest House.
All right, Kevin Hunter, president of Windows, Doors, and More. Thanks so much for joining us again this Sunday, Kevin.
Thanks so much for having me.
Kevin's always a great interview. A lot of good information on showers and bathroom upgrades. Be sure to go to Windows, Doors, and More for any of your remodeling needs. And we'll be back on the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show with our open houses coming up after the break. It's Sunday. You're going to want to check out some open houses. If you're thinking about looking at homes soon, you'll get a feel for what kind of size home you want, what kind of area. Could be a lot of fun. So we'll be right back on the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO and 92.3 FM.
This is the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO and now 92.3 FM. Visit them online at movingindiana.com. You're listening to the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show with Tony and Sam on News Talk 1190 WOWO and now 92.3 FM.
We're back on the Moving Indiana Real Estate Show on News Talk 1190 WOWO and 92.3 FM. Tony Didier, back with Sam Hartman from Coldwell Banker Roth Wehrly Graber Real Estate, where we have over 300 real estate agents who are ready to help you with any of your real estate transactions, buying or selling. You can see any home for sale on movingindiana.com. If you have any questions, specific questions about real estate, you're interested in a career in real estate, you have a question about buying or selling or what your home may be worth, you can email us at sales@movingindiana.com. You can also visit us on Twitter at Moving Indiana or Facebook.com/Moving Indiana. But I suggest you go to movingindiana.com right now on your computer or phone or tablet and check out our open houses, because there's open houses coming up this afternoon. The first set of open houses we have are both hosted by Marlon French. It looks like she's going to hop from one open house to the next. One of them is 1 to 3 at 10331 River Birch Run in Fort Wayne. That's in Westchester Lakes out southwest. Great neighborhood. This home is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths with a great open layout, and it's freshly painted throughout, ready for you to move in. It's listed for $319. Has a side load garage. Good looking house. So make sure you see Marlon from 1 to 3 at 10331 River Birch Run, and then from 3 to 5 at 10522 River Birch Run, also in Westchester Lakes. It's got new oil rub bronze lights and fixtures, 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, all new carpet, and stainless steel appliances that stay with the home. So you're going to want to check that out with its new countertops and all, and that's for $320. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, over 2,600 square feet. Beautiful home, 3-car garage.
Next up, we have Michelle Hinton doing an open house at 7319 Winnebago Drive. This is in Blackhawk Edition, ladies and gentlemen. This is the childhood stomping grounds of Sam Hartman himself. That's right. I definitely recommend you get out and check out this house. This is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1 half bath with 2,300 square feet, listed at $147,900. It is truly a makeover done right. It's got new windows, new bathrooms, new kitchen, everything. Get in there, check it out today from 2 to 4 with Michelle Hinton.
Also, Bonnie Ranger's hosting an open house at 2028 Newhouse Drive in Fort Wayne. That's over by St. Francis. So if you have any kids going to St. Francis, want to buy an affordable house that they can stay in while they're there, this house is just reduced in price to $110, and it is 1,200 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. And it's just a beautiful ranch home with a lot of living space outdoors, big lot on a half-acre lot. So it's got a 2-car attached garage, nice-looking home, built in 1998, so it's a newer home. So between 2 and 4, you can go to 2028 Newhouse Drive in Fort Wayne and see Bonnie Ranger.
Melanie Davenport is hosting an open house from 1 to 4 in Imperial Gardens of Fort Wayne. This is at 4626 Hartford Drive. It's listed for $106,900, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, just short of 1,500 square feet. Get out and see her today if you're looking for homes in that area. Very nice house, completely redone, nice backyard, great kitchen with high ceilings. Get out there and see her today from 1 to 4.
And from 1 to 3 today, you can come see me. I am hosting an open house in Avila, Indiana at 428 Old Bog Road. And I'll tell you what, if you are the first person to come to this open house and say that you were sent from the radio show, I got a gas card for you. So come see me at 428 Old Bog Road in Avila, and you'll get a $20 marathon gas card if you're the first person to say you were sent from the radio show. So definitely check that out. This house is a great price for $105,000. It's an awesome neighborhood on a quiet cul-de-sac with great neighbors in Cranberry Acres. Very convenient to Highway 3. Even though it's in a villa, you can still work on the north side of Fort Wayne pretty easily. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and it's truly move-in ready. It's got wood laminate flooring, fresh paint all throughout the house. The kitchen's been updated, and it's got a huge yard. So come see me between 1 and 3 at 428 Old Bog Road. I look forward to seeing you and giving you that gas card.
From 2 to 4 today, Yvonne Mumal's hosting an open house at 6829 Hunters Glen Drive. This is a great location near access to 469. Large, fenced-in backyard that backs up to a common ground. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,100 square feet, and it's listed for $99,500. So get out there and see Yvonne Mumal from 2 to 4 today.
And if you're looking for something north for a great price, $89,900. That's 2101 Wood Hollow Trail in Auburn, Indiana. From 2 to 4, Dave Gall's going to be hosting that one. The house looks like it's in great shape, well-manicured landscaping, and it's just a beautiful home. It's 1,000 square feet, all you need for your new family just starting up, and it's in immaculate condition. So definitely check out 2101 Wood Hollow Trail in Auburn from 2 to 4.
And finishing off the open houses today, we have Barbara Sanderson hosting an open house in Huntington at 1442 Poplar Street in Huntington, Indiana. 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,300 square feet, listed at $79,900. So get out there and see Barbara from 2 to 4 today up in Huntington if you're interested in that area.
Also, a quick shout out to Tom and Katrina Canaricki hosting an open house in Elkhart at 2625 Warren from 1 to 3 in Elkhart. So if you're up in Elkhart looking for an affordable home, go see the Canaricki Group, as they are Coldwell Banker Roth Wehrly Graber agents all over northern Indiana, ready to help you buy and sell your home. And you can go to movingindiana.com to see any home for sale, any of the open houses we just mentioned. And if you're on your smartphone, you can see all the ones nearest to you using GPS technology. So definitely pull out that smartphone and see what houses are close to you for sale, and see what houses are going for around you. Maybe you find that your home's worth more right now than you think it is, and you want to think about selling. So contact us at movingindiana.com, facebook.com/movingindiana, Twitter at movingindiana, or just email us with any questions at all at sales@movingindiana.com.
And remember, if a career in real estate is something that you're interested in, you can contact me, Sam, at movingindiana.com. That's Sam at movingindiana.com. Or you can contact my office at 260-312-7302. I work with all of our incoming agents, help get them trained and get them all the licensing requirements that are required with the state of Indiana. So if all the things that we talk about on the show is something fun and something exciting and something you think you want to be a part of your career, contact me anytime. We would definitely be willing to talk with you and see about getting you started. So, and
talk to them a little bit about the career website.
Oh, that's right. agentindiana.com is the website that you can go check out, learn more about the career opportunities and the tools that we provide our agents access to for their success.
We had a great show today. Great interviews from Kevin Hunter from Windows, Doors, and More, Tina Bennett, Vice President of Hallmark Home Mortgage, and also Kristen Guthrie from the Fort Wayne Visitor Center with a great interview about all there is to do in our wonderful town of Fort Wayne here. So join us again next week on 1190 WOWO, 92.3 FM. between 10 and 11.